at the time was a tractor builder and an industrialist in Italy, and he decided that he wanted a supercar. So he went to Ferrari, and Enzo said, "We can't build you a special car. We have special cars, and you can have one of mine." He wasn't excited about that, so he went out and built his own car. One day, near the place I was working, which was a speed shop at the time, there was a sports car shop, and this Lamborghini came in, and that was in the 60s. And I went over and talked to the guy and saw the car, and I said, "Can I sit in it? Could I get a little ride in it?" And we went maybe an eighth of a mile, if we went that far. And I looked in the back, I saw the carburetors, I heard the noise, and I went, "Oh my God." And these things were $19,000 new in those days. And I had just bought a house with my wife for $11,000 in 1966. And I said, "I'll never be able to own one of these." So when I could afford it, I found this car, and it was somewhere in the Paso Robles area. And I bought the car and I drove it home. And it was fantastic. And I've owned it since 1979 and love the car. Never will sell it. It's just a beautiful, exciting automobile. Did inspire me to go onto a different track because it was the sports car world and I was coming from the hot rod world. And in the hot rod world, you just figure out what transmission fits with what and how it fits in the car, and you make it work, and then you go to aesthetics. Well, when the Miura came about and I saw it, here was this stylish thing with an exotic motor in it, sideways in the back seat. It's an Italian hot rod. I went, whoa. And then that opened my eyes to all these other sports cars that I didn't even care about. And then I start looking at the race cars and carrying myself off into different areas. I think my philosophy about collecting cars is things that I like, and it's not about value. It seems like the car value has gone up and it's gone crazy, but I bought cars because I liked them and liked the look of them, or they had to perform a certain way, or they looked ugly and they were beautiful because they were ugly. So I'm very eclectic in my collection, and all the automobilia that goes along with it. I have a 200S Maserati. There's 27 of those made. I have a D-type Jag. I've got a 300 SL, so they kind of run all over the place. I've got a couple of Alphas. I've got a 1940 6C 2500 Alpha that's one of. It was a Graber body-built Swiss body car. I have a little Dino. I have a Healy. I have a Yellowstone bus. So I go from one extreme to the other. I have Model Ts, a lot of hot rods, Izettas, Hinkles, Topolinos. So I go all over the place. I love them all, and when I'm in that one, I'm with that one. You don't want to walk up to one of your daughters or sons and say, "I love you the best more than anybody else," because the other ones will be very upset. So I don't talk in front of any other cars. With each car I'm in love with. I look at these cars that I own as pieces of art. They're just moving art. They have flowing lines, the designers, each one of them is different. It's exciting to get in and go out and listen to the motor wind up at 6,000, 7,000 RPMs, and it's just shifting through the gears and just a wonderful sound, feeling. It's truly a road car. It's not a race car. It's a grand touring car. It doesn't get into the tight turns, and go through them. It's for an open road, nice big car to drive. You don't need a radio in it, you just listen to the motor. You look out the rear window and you see the carburetors, that's all you see. And you look through the louvers and you can see a little bit out the back to see if there's a car coming, but you're looking forward anyway, so it doesn't matter who's behind you. But you look at the carburetors and you got this big window in the front, you're sitting down like in a movie theater looking at the road. And it's just got a whine to it, it's screaming, let me go. And the more you push down the gas, it wants to go. And it's just an exciting car. I drink, eat, sleep, cars. I'm up at 7, I'm doing cars all day long, and then I come home and have dinner with my wife. Next morning I'm up, back to the cars. That's my life. I love it. I wouldn't change it for anything. I hope I get to stay around a long time and play with all my toys, and then when I go, somebody else will have them. The most redeeming thing about the Mura would be the fact that there's only so many of them. It's highly collectible. It's exciting because it's unusual, it's small, it's exotic, it's still exotic today, and it was significant in its styling. I think it's the car that put Lamborghini on the map. My name is Dennis Varney, and I'm driving a 1970 Lamborghini Mura S.